All right, everybody, we go with the week of the 21st through the 27th of June, 2026. Tomorrow, I'm going to start your July readings. Hopefully, you've read my write-up on July in the blog. It's there, sltblog.com, July 2026. Randomly at the bottom, I haven't shuffled for a pre-shuffle yet, but I am right now. Well, I tell you about this reading. Right there is Temperance. I think that's your energy. All right? However you want to say it. Hey, it's early. Cut me some slack. Here we go. It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you. But if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. All right? I'm not a time lord. I know it's a weekly reading, but it could play out next week, week after, last week, next month. Whoa, look at that. Somebody flew out on the table. Well, we'll keep that as a mystery card. We'll put it right there. And we'll stop shuffling right now then, I guess. All right. There you go. 8 wands staring at you. That's 8 of wands. It's communication. I told you it'd be forward movement. I said it yesterday. I know I did. All right. So let's talk about this. We're going to do the same reading as the Friday reading. We split the soulmate cycle into 12 pieces. About 9 out of the 12 should resonate. Right? I put the sign names to it, but they don't matter because you're all stuck in a room together. Right? If Libra farts, Gemini smells it too. You know, it is what it is. It all might smell it a little differently, but we all smell it. We're all stuck in a room. Maybe an elevator in this case, I suppose. 8 of Wands. Let's look at it together, and then we'll go to the mystery card. 8 of Wands crossed by the 7 of Cups and the Moon. Right off the top, somebody's going to reach out, right? It's going to be different for all of you, but the same basic theme, you won't see it coming, okay? And somebody's also reaching out of fear. Probably fear that you can see through them. I mean, I don't know. Let's keep going. All right, so far, that's what we got. They're very disappointing, very small. They appear very small to you. They're a child, very immature, very childlike. That explains the fear. 6 of Pentacles. They're not giving with equal give and take, and they're very defensive, and it's because of a devil. Yeah, there's the devil. There he had to show up. You already showed up as the angel. It had to be there, right? It's because of that. That's the same energy of devil we had yesterday. So yeah, it backs up the Friday reading. What's the mystery card? I don't know. The Magician. You know what it is, because it's slightly sideways, right? It's not a smoke and mirrors thing. This is for you. This is your message. I mean, somebody might be playing, masking something with what they're talking about. They could be. Usually, if somebody comes at you with some nonsense, arguing about something, they're covering up for something else. It's like creating a diversion, right? That kind of a thing. It could be for some of you, but this is for you. Right? Play your cards right here. Play your cards right. Play it cool. Oh, these magicians are always very cool. All right? I'll tell you what. Play your cards right. Listen to what I told you the other day. The end of the Friday reading, I'm going to just take this and put it mid-deck here. All right? And as I randomly open, I get the 2 of Wands. Yeah, they're at least at the planning stages right now. All right? All right, here we go. That's our pre-shuffle. Let's shuffle for the reading real quick. I don't have a reading yet. I just have a pre-shuffle. All right? So, I don't know. It should be a big week. There's a lot going on. There's a lot in the energy. My God, July is going to be crazy with node shifts. Jupiter in Leo. Jesus. That's going to be crazy. A new moon in Cancer. Jeez. All right, here we go. The 4 of Pentacles. Somebody's been holding back here. This is that energy of hold. This is the miser that wants to spend. Yeah, a little bit. They've had too much time to think about something. This is somebody with too much time to study and think about something. Right? You could do a lot of, you could study a lot of things. You could do a lot. I'm a guy who likes to study. I can tell you it's good to study some stuff, but there's nothing like getting out there for the real thing. Right? You could study how to train a bird. How to train a bird. You could read a book. You can get all kinds of books on it and know everything about it. But until you actually train one and realize they're all individuals and you need to adjust those rules a little bit for each one, you've never really done it, right? Somebody here's had too much time to think about some little aspect of something that happened with you guys, and they've been stewing on it. All right, We're going to clarify with the lights here. Our story starts with Aries position 1, ends with Pisces position 12. 9 out of the 12 should resonate with you. Never mind the sign names. They could just as easily be car names here in this reading. This text at the top of the description explains why there's no timestamps. Everything is energy and everything is connected. Period. All right. End of story. All right. There we go. Nothing exists in isolation. Do I need to quote the Buddhists more? I mean, but I'm also talking science here. It's true. All right. Right here, position 1. Let's start our story. Very important. This book ends the hot spot, the Cancerian energy, which is the theme energy in the all signs position of this cycle. Ace of Wands. Yeah, I think they do show up rather suddenly. Somebody's all hot in the collar here. They want to bring the butterfly of transformation to a landing. But I think they want to, with the Ace of Wands, they want to transform it in their favor. This can play out a lot of ways. I get a lot of different people that watch here. And I also want to point out this could just be somebody in your life that you have a soul connection with. Maybe you're unaware of. It could be anybody. It doesn't have to be a love relationship or anything. It could be someone at the grocery store, the guy in the produce aisle. I don't know. You never know. People are crazy. I tell you what. They think all kinds of things about you when you walk past. I people watch. I know. I see what happens. You see what happens when you look at them as you walk by and they smile at you and say hi. I see that, and I see what happens after you walk away. And the expression. You got about half a second to check the expression on their face. Yeah. Thought she was an asshole, didn't he? But he was all smiles and saying hi when she walked by. You'd be surprised how often that happens. Or maybe you wouldn't be. Hopefully you wouldn't be surprised. All right. Ace of Wands. Here we go. Most people are fake as fuck. And look at that. I just pulled Fakey McFakerman. I don't joke about anything or tell you about anything that isn't part of these readings. You need to think a little bit here. A little lateral thinking. But I will tell you, right there, I was just talking about fake-ass people. And I said, just as I was about to pull that and stop shuffling, most people are incredibly fake. They are. Right? But somebody here is fake. They're afraid that you could see through it. Okay? I'll do the lateral thinking for you. They're afraid they can see through it. What's on top? That you can see through it. You can see through it. Look, the King of Truth. They're afraid of you. This is your energy. The King of Swords. Why is that here? The Emperor. Yeah. This guy can see the phoniness of this guy in this case. Because this right here is an out of balance Emperor. Because I've got the wands it tells me this is not a balanced Emperor. This is somebody, and it gave me the Emperor because this is somebody that thinks they're the shit. And you can see through them. And it bothers them. And I think they show up. And they got some stuff they've overthought about. And they get a little chatty with you. Or they might come across as you've hurt them. 3 of Swords. It could be. It could be any of that. All right, let's keep going. This is nice. Okay. Taurus, position 2. The Death card. This is someone who ended things with you. They ended things with you in the past. Now they want to reboot things. And for some strange reason, they think all they have to do is reverse their steps. It doesn't always work that way. It doesn't. Sometimes you need a new plan. Right? You can't just always reverse your steps. It's like breaking up with somebody, right? In this person's mind's eye, they break up with you, and then if they just say all the words backwards, it gets taken back. It's just, oh God. It's crazy. Yeah, you can't just play the record backwards, buddy. All right, here we go. Give me the Death card. This person's kind of funny. I always like the position 2, the Taurus position. It's one of my favorites in the monthly readings to pull in the fly through. Give me the 3 of Pentacles here. I want to know what's underneath that. The King of Cups. Yeah. Again, somebody wants to start over. They think they could. It's what I already said. They think they just need to hit the rewind button. They want to start over. They're just children on the card. I'm drawn to that. The 3 of Pentacles. I get it. What's on top? 7 of Wands. So why is that here? The Six of Pentacles. And what's the bridge? The Fool. Yeah. They refuse to admit that they're missing something. So somebody's coming towards you. They're probably going to act like, hey, I'm sorry, nothing's happened. This could be a friend. This could be an ex. This could be someone who divorced you. This could be anybody. I don't know. It's somebody you have a soul connection with. You obviously have a problem, or they ended things with you, or they broke off contact, or the last time you talked to them, they said they were never going to see you again, kind of a thing like that. They're just going to show back up like nothing ever happened, okay? And you do what you want to do. There's two ways to look at it. One, you could call them on it, take the hothead approach, or two, you could let it play out of curiosity. Just let it play out. All right? I don't know. It's up to you. You do what you want to do. But that's the basic way I'm going to explain it to you. Gemini, position 3. The Hierophant. Didn't you have, I wrote it down. Hold on. My Post-it notes all fucked up today. Yeah, you had the Hermit the other day. This person was deeply thinking about you. I was right. The Hierophant here. This person wants a new plan for their life. They'd like to include you in it. Other people around them have other ideas for this person. All right? I don't know. The Hierophant, why is it here? This can, I feel like, the hidden energy. I feel like this is cultural for some of you. For some of you, this person's arranged marriage for something, for a couple of you. But for others of you, their life has been planned out by the people around them. And then you show up and throw a monkey wrench in it a little bit. What's on top here? The Lovers. What did I say? Right? It's a whole life planned out of spirituality and all kinds of pomp and circumstance. We have the candles and all kinds of stuff. This is their idea now. Now all of a sudden you show up and there's some of that and they'd like that. Oh, I want to take a new route. I want that. Right? They want to make different choices. Right? It's called the choice. In some decks, still. 3 of Cups. Yeah. This person's just fallen in love. I'm just going to phrase it simply. Whoever this person is, they've fallen in love with you. And whatever the people around them have planned out for them has nothing to do with love. That's why I said I read it like an arranged marriage, which usually has nothing to do with love. They usually fed the line, oh, the love will come later. No, it won't. It doesn't work. It doesn't work like that, I'm afraid. But whatever, believe what you want to believe. Respect comes later, which can be, blended in. We can convince ourselves of all kinds of things. Here, wear this mask while I'm banging you. Oh, cool. That kind of, this person's in love with you. All right, and it's causing them to rethink their entire future. Let that play out. Try not to interfere. I doubt you hear from them this week. I doubt it. But that energy's playing out. Cancer, the hot spot of the connection cycle. Slice number 4 of our 12-slice pie. Something here for everybody. Always in all signs position. Bookends over here. The Strength card. Mm-hmm. Your strength is your heart chakra. This person can't seem to access theirs. You got somebody attached to you, can't seem to access theirs. They got a lot of passion for you, I will tell you. Let's see why the Strength card's here specifically, though. Those are the energies that are attached to the baseline on it. Let's see where we go. It's almost like an energy of you seem too cool for school for this person. Maybe your person, maybe for a few of you, you've got somebody attached to you that usually makes other people nervous. They rattle them, but they don't rattle you, and that rattles them, right? They're like, well, why doesn't Steve's viewer react the same way to me as other people do? I don't know. Maybe because Steve's viewer is not a phony. I don't know. Easiest way to put it. All right. Why is the Strength card here? My neighbor's like that. He's the King of Wands. I tell you about him all the time. He's always confused. I'm the King of Swords. I show up as that quite a bit in readings. He's always confused. We're a good example. He's always confused why I don't react to him the same way other people do. Other people in the neighborhood treat me with respect. Why? I ask. Well, I own 2 restaurants. Do you? What do I fucking care, right? I'll go buy a Burger King right now. And we go, is that how you get respect? He's got a weird view of what respect or how respect is earned. seems to be through pentacle means. I'm getting a little of that here. Somebody thinks you're a little too cool, a little too nonchalant with them. Somebody thinks you should be paying them a little bit more respect. All right? It ties to yesterday's where I said in this position they thought you were ignoring them. Right? Same kind of thing. Right? This guy, this fool next door thinks I should respect him because he owns 2 restaurants. What the fuck do I care? You know, I don't give a shit what you own. Respect is about the person. You know, good for you for the 2 restaurants, but if I buy a Burger King and a McDonald's tomorrow, I'm still the same prick I was the day before. You know, I just happen to have free fast food at my fingertips, I guess. 5 of Wands, why is that here? A Queen of Cups. I need a bridge on this. I don't want one, but I need one. Yeah. Again, this person's a child. You're dealing with a child. It bothers them that they can't. It's not even that they can't keep up with you. That's more the Leo position from yesterday. It's you seem to be okay with yourself. Usually kids this age, teenagers, have a whole they haven't found themselves yet. They don't know. They're still exploring, fumbling around in the dark, however you want to phrase it, right? They are really, really rattled that you're secure with yourself. You will always do that to people. It's a high vibration, low vibration thing. It's fine, you know. It's cool. I mean, I've given you some cool examples here. Very good examples of what I mean by that. You know, plain and simple. You've got a side of this soulmate cycle that thinks that respect comes from how many restaurants they own or what kind of car they drive or whatever. None of that. I'm speaking for myself. I don't give a shit about any of that. In fact, most of the time, somebody who's concerned with that, most of the people I know that buy those types of things, those overspend on stuff, they're douchey. I mean, they're just douchebags, plain and simple, because they have nothing else to offer, you know. So, as a human being, that being said, this person knows you have a lot to offer as a human being, and they're beginning to realize that they're a lot smaller than you. You all have somebody attached to you who feels along those lines. So you're going to have to deal with that on some level. You're going to need to be clever if you have feelings for this person, if it's a lovey-dovey thing. Okay? All right. This Gemini person I just feel for, this person here cracks me up. I would love to hear them talk backwards. Say the entire breakup paragraph they gave you backwards. Right? I would love that. Leo position. Doesn't work like that way, you know. Right, Leo, position 5, the Leo soap opera. King of Cups. I don't know. I know what I want to say. I'm not going to say it. I'm going to. It just made me stop shuffling. I haven't even looked at what it is. I'm just going to put the deck back together. There it is. There's the seven of Pentacles reversed. There's the straight. I don't even know how that got reversed. It may have even flipped when because that one's not. And the 3 of Wands. I have to say it, don't I? And the Knight of Pentacles. Somebody here just seems to enjoy wasting time. They know, this energy knows it's going to come towards you at some point in time. It is inevitable. It knows that this guy knows that this shell is going to float at some point. The tide is going to come in. Right? The tide, right? She knows she's going to surf at some point. It's like they want to wait for the last absolute second that they have to. So there's a chance, this is telling me that this week, okay, so weekly reading, the energy is setting up to where that chance is there. That moment where they think they can come towards you is there. I'm going to say I don't think they will. And I'm not going to say that to cover my ass because that's likely the case. I don't care. I'm just reading energy. I'm not making any predictions here. But the energy is right where they'll feel like if I don't do it now, I'll never get another chance. They'll find some excuse to shut it down. That's why the 7 of Pentacles came up reversed. Okay? I'm just saying, they'll find the time is right, ready to surf, but they'll find a reason where it's not. All right? Okay. All right, here we go. It's sort of like the farmer. The farmer who knows that he's like, shit, this plant is growing. It's going to have fruit. I'm going to have to pick the fruit. It's got a hot day in the sun. I'm going to have to load it in the truck and take it to the store. Fuck it. And he just dumps some Windex into the ground or some kind of alcohol or whatever to kill the plant, right? Because he knows that he's going to have to work later. It's a bit of that, if you can catch my drift. All right? It's this person. I love them. I do. I really do. Oh, they are great. Here we go. If this person is any kind of actor or actress, I bet they're brilliant. I bet they're really good. I bet they are. I bet they're very creative in some way for a lot of you in the Leo soap opera. Virgo, position 6, sometimes my wild card. Sometimes you guys show up. The Fool. I don't know. I just been staring at it. I'm shuffling for the... I'll probably have to edit this one. It's going to be dead space. What happened? Is he gone? Did the sound go out? What happened? No. I don't know. I don't think this is you guys showing up here. I think this is somebody else. Somebody's willing to take a chance on you. They don't feel like they have enough information about you, but they're willing to take a chance. Okay. All right. That's as far as the energy will let me go. And I don't know why. So that's why I'm shuffling for the clarifiers, and there'd be a big dead spot here if I didn't cut it out. 6 of Swords. Yeah. Is there a problem? I don't think there is. Yeah, the 9 of Swords. Somebody just can't, they're tired of thinking about it. Okay. What's up time? Justice. Okay. Why is that here? The Knight of Swords. So it's a rip the Band-Aid off thing. You got somebody attached to you who's been nervous, and they're tired of being nervous about it. The 9 of Swords, nervous about communication, multiple birds in the air. They're just going to come in and do it. They're just like, let's go. They've harnessed these birds, gotten in a boat, and gotten pulled here. See the red? The red. They turned the whole dress into a scarf. They're ready to go. You know, just rip the Band-Aid off and say what they need to say. All right. Okay. I don't know what they need to say. Whatever it is, could be love, could be about whatever. It's represented by a sword and justice, so I don't know. Maybe somebody wants to tell you off. I don't know. But they're coming towards you. They just show up out of nowhere. I don't think you know who this is or even expect it. Okay? All right. Okay. Libra, position 7. King of Swords. It's a row of editing. I edited out my sneeze there. I took King of Swords. True. Anyway, here we go. This is a strange read on the King of Swords. Somebody's going to give you a very aggressive gift. I don't know what... It's a gift. Somebody's bringing you a gift. It's a bit of overkill in your mind. I didn't write down yours yesterday. I don't remember what you got. Hopefully it applies. If not, they don't always have to apply to the Friday reading. I say that to cover my ass. But, you know, they should ideally a little bit because we're pulling the context on Friday. This is overkill. It's an energy of overkill, right? Okay. You know. All right, here we go. It's like calling the Hulk to move a couch, right? It's overkill. I mean, King of Pentacles. It's a gift. It's a this is very expensive. Oh, I remember yours now. This does tie to yesterday. I gave some example about a stapler, right? I said you lend them a stapler. The next thing you know, they're coming back at you like you've changed their life somehow. You're the guru. Thank you so much for your magical device that puts paper together. You know, yeah, they're coming. It's overkill. This is too much. It's too much. All right, what's on top? I remember now. Queen of Pentacles. Oh my God, why is that here? The Tower. Yeah, it's too much. It's overkill, right? But you did something. Here's the why. In the bridge, the 4 of Swords. You did something. You healed this person's heart somehow with your fucking stapler. I don't know. Either way, you know what? It's a bit much. It's a bit overkill. Should be a little flattering too at the end of the day. All right? There you go. All right, my hot Scorpio, position 8. See what we got. 6 of Swords. Hey, it's been coming up a lot lately. Usually as an environmental energy, I think. Yeah, let's clarify it. Um, this is a problem you thought you fixed. You thought everything was cool. I call it in my head, I call it my Jaws energy. They used to have a tagline when the Jaws movie was out, and it was also on the box when you rented it back in the day. It was just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, right? That's my Jaws energy. He thought it was safe. Oh, I could take the canoe out today, right? They got that 25-foot shark out of the local waters here. I'm good. No, a 35-footer came in to take its place. 6 of Swords. Tell me about this. Just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water. 9 of Cups. The environmental energy around your canoe ride is quite nice. I'm not going to lie to you. It's quite nice. You're happy. All right. And here they come. Judgment. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You got Judgment yesterday. Right? There it is. I'm spot on here. I don't know what to tell you. It's somebody you thought you were rid of. And they're coming back. And this week, God, Source, the universe is bringing them to you for some reason. Why? So to teach you something. Or for you to teach them something. It's my student. There's a lesson you didn't get from this person. I think it's about you. There's a lesson you didn't get from this person. All right? Well, I don't know. Maybe you didn't research enough. Maybe you didn't whatever. Maybe you went for a canoe ride in shallow water here, thinking you were safe. I'm not going to get, this is shallow, warm waters. I'm not going to get any kind of megalodon. According to the movies, the megalodon, the giant prehistoric shark, lives in the Marianas Trench down deep. Well, that's bullshit. You're about to find out you're wrong. When the megalodon was alive, it's actually closely related to the mako shark, not the great white, and it lived in shallow tropical waters. So he fucked because he didn't know. You don't know what you don't know. Well, this is kind of what's going on here. This person's coming back, someone you thought you were rid of, to teach you something, to show you something that will benefit you later in life. It always is like that with Judgment here. Okay? So it is what it is. All right, I'm just saying. All right, let's talk about it. Let's do it. Let's move it. Let's go. And that is true, by the way. There were no megalodons in deep, cold water. Okay, not going to happen. Position 9, Sagittarius. Sometimes part of the cycle, sometimes not. Always a pain in my ass. Let's go. 6 of Cups. I'll tell you what, in full disclosure, probably a couple of edits here along this, starting here, along here, along here. I'd have been done on my end. I'd have been done with this reading 20 minutes ago if I didn't have to stop for my allergies every 5 seconds. I'm telling you right now, it's crazy today, man. What's going on? Fucking hell. All right. 6 of Cups. Sagittarius. Unreal. All right, let's go. Soulmate. It's just like a flashing sign that says soulmate alert. Soulmate alert. Somebody's got some feelings for you. Somebody's got some feelings for you. I told you yesterday, I wrote it down, for your end, it's tied to the number 3. Right? Well, that's a 6. Right? 3 goes into it, doesn't it? It goes into it twice. 2 of Cups. Hey, if you want to take the symbolism, knock yourself out. It's a pair of 3s, angel number. Right? 3 goes into it twice, and the 2 of Cups are 2 soulmates coming together. That's what I get. I'm going to tell you what, that's the energy that's here. Okay. I usually have something negative to tell you, or somebody's trying to get you. I mean, it is that kind of what they are. The Wheel of Fortune. You have somebody attached to you that you already know who wants to change your relationship, and they may make a move this week to do that, or begin to. So pay attention for the number 3. All right? They bring you 3 flowers. I don't know, they stole them from your yard if they did, but they knock at your door and there's 3 of your flowers in their hand. I don't know. They're showing you their new car and their license plate is 33333. I have no idea. Pay attention for the number 3. I don't know what it means. Maybe it's somebody who has 3 kids. That could be that. What's on top? Page of Swords. Why is that here? The Ace of Wands. And the bridge is the 10 of Wands. Again, I always give you something. It's something about the Sagittarius position. It digs really deep. Slice number 9 of our 12 slice pie. I I always have something negative to say here, even if it's something positive. Yes, you've got a soulmate. Somebody might start to reveal that they have some feelings for you. They're very emotional. But it is not someone, you're not going to figure out who this is. It's not who you think it is. This is a very strange energy. This changes your whole dynamic of your relationship with my party girl underneath the Wheel of Fortune crossing here in the Ten of Wands. Oh my God, burden, whatever on top of this, and disappointment here. I think you might feel I don't think you necessarily don't want this person, but I think you might feel it's moving, that they want to move too fast. You want some time to think about it. I don't think you'll have time. I think you need an answer. I think you're getting this reading so you know what your answer is, okay, in advance. I just think, I don't know. Anybody who identifies with this position is somebody that attracts people in some way. Generally speaking, if you attract people in some way, this is probably a position you should be watching in my readings, okay? Comes out a lot here. All right, position 10, Capricorn, the world. Here's my... Oh, jeez, here we go. You had justice yesterday, didn't you? You had to get even. Get even. This is the week that changes everything between you and another person. If nothing else, the energy's set up for it. This is the most powerful card I could pull. This is the week that changes everything between you and another person. All right? That's all I'm going to say. That's it. I'm not going to say anything else except that. The devil's here. Oh my God, it's a devil energy. It's a karmic debt payoff, for lack of a better way to put it. Yeah, the King of Cups and the Three of Pentacles. Somebody wants to take another crack at love with you, but they're doing it for, how do I phrase it? Well, there's some pain there too. There's Kurt Cobain in pain. They're doing it out of spite. Is there any other way I can phrase it? They've got karmic debt that they're paying off. It's I don't know how else to put it. You would probably want to reboot things with this person, or when they tell you how they feel, you'll have a nice conversation about how they feel. But the reason that you're going into this partnership and they are two different reasons. Okay, on their side, it's a little more spiteful. Okay, it's a little more swordsy. 10 swords, 2 swords, 3 swords, right? And I believe, yeah, the 10 pentacles. Again, their reasons for entering your world are very prickly. All right, so just keep that in mind. I don't know. I think the energy just sets up this week. I don't know. There could be communication here. If there is, you know. You know. I just feel like that same energy of they're getting even. But I think you get something you want here too. Try to remember that justice card from the other day, and remember you're one of the 2 cats on that card, right? So you get something out of it too. All right. But you get something different. You see they're wearing different outfits. That's what I'm drawn to. Right? You each get something different. All right. But theirs is very, very, very prickly. I'm going to tell you. Aquarius, position 11. Sometimes my wild card spot. Sometimes you guys show up here. The Knight of Swords. That is you guys showing up. Be careful of what you say this week. In this week, beginning this week, probably running all the way up to Lionsgate, but definitely beginning this week with the solstice energy. Very powerful, right? Last week and a half of Jupiter in Cancer, the theme energy of this whole cycle. Be careful what you say. Your words instantly change things and they can't be changed back. All right? There's no take-backs. I want you to think of the energy you're going into as no take-backs energy. All right? Which is funny because of what I said around position 2, right? That person trying to rewind, trying to have a take-back. That's why they can't, in part. Also, it's just not good practice, right? You can't just say it backwards and reverse it. All right, here we go. Let's see what... Knight of Swords, so why is it here? No take-backs. And that's you guys. So again, it's for a good majority of you watching. This is you, my viewers, showing up here in position 11. It's crossed by the Four of Pentacles. Hold back. Pause for 10 seconds before you say anything. Stop. Be fearful of every word that comes out of your mouth. Stop for 10 seconds. Run it through a filter and go, should I say that? I wonder. Right? All right. Let's see where we go. What's on top? Two of Pentacles. What did I just say? Pause. Stop. Suspended animation. Midair. Why is that in? The Five of Pentacles. All right. What's the bridge? The Seven of Cups. Pause. Stop. Consider, is there another way I can phrase this? Is there something else I can do? Most of what you want to say this week will get metaphorically edited out. Okay? It is what it is. Pisces, whatever it may be in your life. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to be world events or anything. It doesn't, love, whatever it is. All right? Be careful about, you have a friend, you guys are getting close, you're buddies at parties, you know. And you say, I love you. That I love you is going to carry. You may have only meant like a friend. To them, they may run with it. You might want to stop yourself and say, well, this probably isn't the right energy to say I love you to anybody in that I don't necessarily want to get naked with right now. Right? See what I'm saying? It's a bit of that. Be careful. All right? Check yourself. All right. Pisces, position 12, always read with 1 and 5. 5 swords. You get something this week, but it's very bittersweet for you. It's very bittersweet. It's like you would say to me, Steve, I got what I wanted, but I wish I didn't. I wish I hadn't. Right? You might. And I might say to you, well, there's probably another way to look at that. And there always is. And I'd encourage you now, without any specifics, to try to, if you would be inclined to say something like that to me or somebody else, in advance, I will tell you there's always another way to look at it. Try to find the angle where you get something out of it. Okay? That's going to be very important in these energies. All right. Pisces, position 12. What do we get? It's crossed by the King of Pentacles. It's, can't always get what you want. Sometimes you get what you need, right? You get your win. You do. It's better. It brings some stability, but it probably comes at a price. There's your star. You get long delayed. You get your wish fulfilled. That's what I've been saying. I've already read the energy. I read the energy first, and I throw the cards. And there's the Magician. Try to find a way to look at it. It actually is better than you think. I believe it is. You're very protected here. Stop for a moment before you're inclined to say, Steve, I got what I wanted, but I wish I didn't. You know, stop. My advice is there's another way to look at it. So is the universe's. It's the same advice, the same thing. All right, let's grab the big animal deck. Let's do this. Add it up. 3 cards and a bottom card. Well, while I go from here to about here and edit out my allergy attack sequences in a little bit. Add it up. 3 cards and a bottom card. What actions they're likely to take this week? What do you want to tell my people before we go? Let's do it that way. All right? Let's do it that way. What do you want to tell my people before we go? Page of Wands at the bottom, crossing the center card I'm going to pull. 2 of Wands, Page of Cups, and 2 of Cups. Go your own way. Look, I asked, you heard what I asked, right? I said, what do you want to tell my people? That's you. Before we go. If you set the intention this week, whatever you set the intention to set right, will, how do I say it? I don't want to say you'll be rewarded. Try to fix as many things as you can this week. Try to fix things in your routine. Try to fix things in your energy. Try to fix things in your thought patterns. Okay? And try to do it all. Again, I use the phrase like a 4-year-old in a Batman t-shirt. Try to have some fun with it. The more fun you can bring in to your energetic area, your energy field, the more fun, the more vibe you can bring in, the more gratitude you can add to that on top of it, the better things are going to go for you going forward. Okay? Because Lionsgate this year, which we're sort of leading up to, all the solstice energy, the solstice reading led us up to that energy because it just sort of did. That's just sort of the way it went, even though it bled into Leo season a little bit. Lionsgate this year is all about eliminating what's not working. And it kind of eliminates itself. So it's a good week. Just have some fun, lighten up, make plans, and stick to them. And eliminate things that no longer work for you. All right? It's the best I can tell you. This is a nice poll. I mean, on the surface read, I wanted to give you something deeper. But on the surface read, a final message to you this week, you could meet somebody new. You could, who you have a lot of fun with. You may see it as just a fun thing, but there's actually more to it than that. You can actually make longer range plans with this energy that you only consider a fun boy or a fun girl. Okay? It's actually a pretty good soul bond. It might be creating a new soul bond with somebody. So you have the potential in this energy, especially during the early part of this solstice season, to create brand new soul connections with people that will carry on into future lifetimes. Let me tell you right now, beautiful energy. It's really nice on the surface or deeper. It's really good. That's your reading. I hope it was helpful. Good luck.